Ever looked at your bank account and thought, who kidnapped my money? And why did they use it to buy another deluxe set of sushi-shaped cat toys? I've been there. And that's why we're here today. Welcome everyone, I'm your friendly neighborhood thrift ninja, and today we're going to spill some tea. Or rather, sip it slowly to get the most out of it. Welcome to our cozy little corner of the internet, where we're going old school, diving into the lost art of being frugal without feeling like a medieval hermit. Because let's face it, those sushi cat toys aren't going to pay for themselves, are they? We're going to explore not just one, not just two, but a whopping 14 amazing frugal living tips, each one more exciting than the last. From the way you shop, eat, fix, and even dress, we're going to inject a healthy dose of frugality into every aspect of your life. And who knows, by the end of this video, you might even see your bank account breathe a sigh of relief. Now, I'm not saying we're going on a wild adventure, but if Bilbo Baggins was into budgeting, this might be his unexpected journey. So grab a comfy chair, and possibly a notepad, because class is in session. And remember, if you're enjoying this journey, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow adventurers and subscribe to our channel. Because who doesn't want more life-altering frugal tips, right? Alright, let's get started. Our first stop on the road to savvy saving? Well, it's more of a state of mind. Tip number 1. Always find ways to be more frugal. Think of yourself as a financial Sherlock Holmes, always on the lookout for ways to shave off a penny or two. It's like you're on a treasure hunt, only instead of a chest full of gold, you're aiming for a full piggy bank. Review your monthly budget regularly, cut back on unnecessary items, and make it a game. Remember, every cent saved is a victory. Moving on, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Or rather, the elephant-sized pile of stuff you don't use. Tip number 2. Sell things no longer serving you. I mean, do you really need that neon-colored exercise bike from the 80s that's been converted into a clothes hanger? Instead, turn that dust collector into dollars by selling it online. You'd be surprised how many people love vintage, eccentric, or even rustically charming items. Speaking of unnecessary items, this next tip's for all you shopaholics out there. And yes, that includes me. Tip number 3. Don't buy items to impress. Imagine you're on a deserted island. Will you care if your coconut cup isn't the latest trend? Exactly. So why worry in the city? Buy for you, not for others. While we're on the subject of buying. Tip number 4. Don't buy items because they're branded. Remember folks, a fancy label doesn't always mean better quality. It's like choosing between two apples, one shiny but tasteless, the other a bit rough but sweet and juicy. Now that we've covered shopping, let's head over to the kitchen. Tip number 5. Save dining out for special occasions. I know, takeout is delicious and convenient. But so is the taste of saving money when you cook at home. And honestly, who doesn't love a good home-cooked meal? So there you have it folks. 5 tips to get you started on your frugal lifestyle journey. But don't worry, we're just getting warmed up. There's plenty more to come. Okay, now that we've covered lifestyle, let's transition into your home. You know, that place where you keep all your stuff? Tip number 6. Be a fix-it Felix. Before you ditch that slightly malfunctioning gadget, why not try fixing it? Or at least consider getting it repaired. I fixed my ancient toaster last week, and let me tell you, the toast tasted a bit more victorious. Speaking of victory, here's a tip that'll turn your worn-out clothes into a win. Tip number 7. Put old clothing to good use. Got a pair of jeans with holes in them? Congratulations, you're now the proud owner of some stylishly distressed denim. Or, if that's not your style, repurpose them. Old shirts can become cleaning rags, or even quilts. I mean, who needs a thrift store when you've got your own wardrobe? From reusing to doing it yourself, this next tip is all about rolling up your sleeves. Tip number 8. Don't pay for it, do it yourself. You'd be amazed how much you can save by becoming your own handyman, or woman. Last month, I learned to fix a leaky faucet, and honestly, I'm considering adding plumbing prodigy to my resume. Jokes aside, YouTube and the internet at large are a treasure trove of DIY tutorials. Just be sure to know your limits. There's a fine line between doing it yourself and doing it to yourself. Alright folks, we're halfway through our frugal living tips, and I promise, they just keep getting better. So stick around, hit that like button if you're enjoying the content, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. After all, the joy of frugality is best when shared, right? Alright, now that we've tidied up the house, let's head back to the kitchen. The refrigerator's calling. Tip number 9. Stock up on affordable, emergency food. Think beans, rice, pasta, your wallet's best friends. It's like having a pantry full of safety nets. Plus, you save on gas by avoiding extra trips to the store. Talking about saving, have you ever thought about how much you spend on disposables? Tip number 10. Save the environment, get rid of disposables. Those plastic plates and cups? Swap them for ceramics or glass. It's like an upgrade from a one-time movie ticket to a Netflix subscription. Only, you're watching dishes instead of shows. Next, let's talk fashion, and I don't mean the latest summer collection. Tip number 11. Bring aprons back in style. Keep your clothes clean while doing chores by donning a chic apron. It's like your outfit's personal bodyguard. Plus, it's a fashion statement. Trust me, aprons are the new in thing. Remember, a good apron can save you from a bad laundry day. Now, for our last food tip, let's go green. Tip number 12. Grow your own food. Not only is it healthier and fresher, but you also save money in the long run. It's like printing your own money, but tastier. And no, it's not illegal. Plus, what's better than the taste of accomplishment from your own garden? So, that wraps up our food section. Not too hard to digest, right? Don't forget to hit that like button if these tips are serving up some inspiration, and share this video with your foodie friends. Stay tuned for our final section, Fun with Frugality. Alright folks, we've reached the final stretch. And this is where frugality gets fun. That's right, you heard me, fun. Tip number 13. Enjoy the free stuff. There's a world of adventure out there folks, and it doesn't always come with a price tag. Taking a walk in the park, riding a bike, hiking up a mountain, all free and all fantastic. Plus, can you really put a price on fresh air and a little vitamin D? Speaking of free, who says grocery shopping has to cost you? Tip number 14. Reuse grocery bags. Keep the cycle going and save on buying resealable bags. They're like the cat with 9 lives, they just keep coming back. Remember, every bag saved is another penny earned. Finally, our last tip brings us back to the topic of homegrown food. Bonus tip number 15. Again, grow your own food. Honestly, we can't stress this enough. It's like being the master of your own supermarket, except everything's fresh, and the checkout lines are non-existent. Plus, there's just something special about cooking with ingredients you've grown yourself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, our epic journey through the wilderness of old-school frugal living tips has come to an end. We've sailed the frugal seas, climbed the budget-friendly mountains, and dived deep into the money-saving trenches. We've discovered how to stretch every penny, squeezed every dollar, and made our cents truly, well, make sense. And let's not forget our invaluable treasures, Fix-It Felix skills, aprons making a triumphant fashion return, and our newfound appreciation for beans and rice. Frugality, my friends, isn't about cutting back on life, it's about living smart, enjoying more with less, and best of all, getting to chuckle at the bank statement instead of biting our nails. And remember, being frugal is not about depriving yourself. It's about understanding the true value of your hard-earned money, making conscious decisions, and yes, it's about having fun along the way. So, as we conclude our Frugal Tour 2023, let's take a moment to appreciate all the money we're going to save, and all the unnecessary purchases we're going to avoid. And remember, my dear friends, you don't have to be a millionaire to live like one. It's all about how smart you are with your money. So here's to your smart, frugal living journey. If you've enjoyed this journey, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, so you won't miss the next episode of our Frugal Saga. After all, every penny saved is a penny earned.